Hi everyone, Blessed be. I wanted to show you how I make my own crystal bracelets. So first of all, I've got some fluorite beads and some little clear seed beads, and I have this thread which is black, and it's kind of a mixture of plastic and elastic. It's a weird, it looks like plastic but it's quite stretchy like elastic. I just got this thread stuff online. I like to use something that's got a bit of elasticity to it, because then I don't have to worry about attaching clasps and things, and I can just pop them on and off my wrists easily without fiddling with little clips and catches. So what I'm doing is I'm putting on 2 clear seed beads, then 1 fluorite bead, and as I'm putting the fluorite beads on, in between each fluorite bead will be 2 clear seed beads, and I'm going to do it so it's the colours, the different colours of the fluorite beads are mixed. So I'm trying to get it so that there's not 2 of the same colour next to each other. And the fluorite beads have got lots of different colours in, so there's some green ones, some purpley ones, some pink ones, some that are mixed, some that look fairly clear, some that look more like a smoky sort of quartz colour. So I'm making sure that there's not 2 colours next to each other, just so there's a bit of variety and so you can see the pattern. And then as you can see, what I'm doing is every so often, once I've put so many beads on, I'm just holding it around my wrist to see how much further I need to go. So if say I need to add another inch, that's probably another 6 clear beads and 2 fluorite beads. So it gives me an idea of how much more I need to put on, and just check every so often. I prefer them slightly looser so that they settle just below my wrist on my forearm, and then they do move about as I walk around a bit, but I prefer that to them being tight. I don't like bracelets that are tight on my wrist. I find it annoying. I like them to be looser, and I like to be able to feel them move about as I move my arm. Obviously you can do them to suit your particular tastes and preferences, and I like to make my own jewellery. I quite enjoy it, and sometimes you can't quite get what you're looking for, so you can go online or go to your local craft store and pick up beads that you want to use, and you can just have it how you want and decorate it your own way. I hadn't managed to find a fluorite bracelet for a reasonable price, so I decided to make my own. I had these string of fluorite beads in my jewellery making kit, which is just stuff I've collected over the years for jewellery making, or broken sort of bracelets and things from years ago that I've kept the beads from, if they're gemstony beads, or like the seed beads I bought from my craft store, from my local craft store. And it's just a nice way of making your own bracelet, and I really like this bracelet, and I've got like a nice sort of positive vibe from it from wearing it as well, so I'm quite happy with this. Now originally, you can see I did put a bunch of beads on, of the seed beads, and then changed my mind and did the 2 beads, 1 fluorite, 2 beads, 1 fluorite, but I'll just tweak that later on by taking off the excess beads off the other end. Now don't do what I did at one point when I was making this, which was to let go of the string, and I dropped every bead virtually and had to redo this. I didn't want to knot the other end, because then I've got to undo the knot afterwards when I knot it together for the final time. But this is what it looks like, and obviously one end has got no seed beads on and the other one's got the 2 seed beads on, so when it's tied together the pattern continues all the way around without any interruption or doubling. Then So here I've worked out I need about another centimetre or so. So what I'm doing is adding 2 more clear beads, 1 more fluorite bead, and then 2 more clear beads to finish it off. And it looks like this. And like I said, I like my bracelets to be a little bit looser. So I've just measured it again and realised it's still not quite wide enough. So I'm adding 2 more of the clear seed beads and then 1 more fluorite bead. And then I'm testing the measurement again by pinching the 2 ends together to make sure it's got the right fit. It is a little bit of trial and error, but once you've done one bracelet, you'll know how many beads of the larger size and how many of the seed beads you need. And then after that you can just use the same amount for each bracelet instead of keep having to measure it every time. So here I'm holding everything together and just checking it will go on and off my wrist nice and easily, and that it's got a little bit of give so it's nice and loose. So this is what the bracelet's going to look like. You could also add any charms you want to add. You could add hang a crystal from it as well, like a quartz or something. You could have a little pentagram charm, a triple moon goddess charm, whatever you've got in your collection of jewellery making supplies, or whatever you've got in like old jewellery in a jewellery box. You can add charms and things from them. One I could have added if I could have found it, I've got like a little acorn charm which I like as like a symbol of strength, but I couldn't find where I'd put it, so I was going to add that to this. Now here, after I double knotted the string, so what you do is you just wrap the strings around each other as if you're going to start a knot, and then when you do the second one, so you create the knot, wrap the end of the string through the loop twice, so then when it pulls tight, it doesn't tend to come undone. Now here I was going to thread it through the ends through the other beads like I normally do when I make a bracelet, but the holes weren't quite big enough. If the holes are big enough in your beads, then take a needle for threading jewellery through, and use that to help you thread the end back through the beads, just to help stop it untangling. But in the end I couldn't do that because it didn't fit through the holes in my beads, unfortunately. So what I did was I knotted the ends a couple more times and then used my lighter to melt the end of the thread to stick it together so that it's not going to go anywhere. Because it's like a plasticky thread, I'm able to melt it ever so slightly with a lighter just to make sure it's not going to come undone. And that's how to make a crystal bracelet of your own. Here I'm just struggling to try and see if I can thread that through, but it doesn't work. And this is what the bracelet looks like when it's finished. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Blessed be, and bye for now.